Stay tuned for tips and techniques from the nation's top chefs in the Chef's Kitchen.
As we were saying, you're going to start us off with a nice rosé.
Absolutely.
Right,
I mean, rosé is the simplest of wines, and then it's so complicated to make a great rosé.
Because leisurely.
It's a leisurely wine, but you know, like the old concept of rosé as being sweet, big, over-ripened, doesn't exist anymore. This is not Weizenfandel. This is rosé.
So let's enjoy that.
We should.
Hi, and welcome to the Chef's Kitchen. I'm your host, Tina Marie, and today, thank you, sir.
My pleasure.
I'm joined by Chef Olivier Desaintmartin of Caribou Cafe and Zinc Restaurant in Philadelphia.
That's correct.
And the lovely Daphne Payan from Rhone Valley Wines. Wonderful to have you here again.
Thank you.
And Jean-Luc from Ledoux Wines in New York City. We're enjoying all that is Ventoux wines today.
Yes.
Absolutely.
And starting off with a marvelous rosé.
A blend of Carignan, Grenache, a little bit of Syrah.
And again, an example of the very diverse, great varieties of this region of the Côte de Rhone.
I mean, the wine is soft, you know. This is not a wine that shouts. It's a wine that speaks softly in your ear, I think.
Delicate, elegant, dry, smooth.
Perfect as a pre-meal drink.
And an example, you know, it's interesting, this area in France is it has a very unique biodiversity.
Yes.
Maybe you can tell us a little bit about that.
Well, to me, it's one of the most beautiful parts of France. It's, you know, lavender fields, olive groves, woods, and of course, vines and fruit trees.
And the Ventoux, all in the background, the Ventoux mountain, which is just one of the most amazing things.
Which is a beautiful mountain in the background, which if any of us have seen the Tour de France, had a chance to see on television, this beautiful landscape that is the south of France.
It boggles my mind that such a region where all you think is about la dolce vita, you know, you're sitting under the platane and like looking at the sky, you're playing bocce ball. And by the same token, the ascension of the Mont Ventoux in bicyclists is probably one of the most grueling. I wouldn't wish it on my worst enemy to climb that thing.
What
an
interesting contrast you made, Jean-Luc.
For me, it's a great contrast.
And you know what? Salute to that.
We should drink to that. To the racers and to the Mont Ventoux.
That's right. Thank you for this marvelous start to our show.
Thank you.
And you will be joining us for some more tastings. Thank you.
This is a loin of lamb we're going to prepare today with the vegetable from Provence. And we just put a little bit of salt and a little bit of pepper in it. So that's a loin of lamb. It's from the saddle of lamb.
And this would be considered a tender cut?
It's all tender. Lamb is all tender except the leg and the shank. You have to cook it a little bit longer.
Okay.
So we pan-sear it very thoroughly, very high heat, and then all around. And then we put it aside to rest. Then we have the ratatouille, okay? Ratatouille.
Classic dish.
We have our onions, we have our peppers, we have our eggplant, we have our zucchini. We're just gonna put this in hot oil, all this together.
All diced about the same size.
Exactly, very important. Now what we gotta do, we gotta cook this vegetable for a long time. Like that all the flavor can blend together. So they lose a little bit their color, but it tastes much better. All right, so this lamb, see you want it nice color like this. So we see how it gets
beautiful.
It shrinks a little bit, so it needs to be more tender a little bit later.
Beautifully caramelized on the outside.
And in that little pan here, I'm going to do a little potato galette. So you take a potato and you peel it this way, like that. It's kind of round.
Yes.
And then you use a mandolin. But
very thin slices.
Right, but since we don't have a mandolin, I'm the mandolin.
Okay.
Okay.
We have a living and breathing mandolin.
So you cut the slice very, very thin, like potato chips, like this.
Beautiful slicing technique.
See that?
Many years of doing galettes,
exactly, many fingers,
Yes, I'm sure.
And what we do, we just put this little slice without running under the water because we need the starch to have this little slice stick together. And about 3 or 4 minutes one side and 4 or 5 minutes on the other side, and that will be it. So we're going to use some of the wine from Côte de Rhone, something dry, okay? Our wine is nicely reduced, so we're going to put a little bit of stock.
Very nice.
Here we have some thyme, we have some lavender, we have some
indicative of the south of France.
Oregano here. We might keep that for the presentation.
And very timely too when you add the herbs. You don't want to add them too soon.
Right, because well, for the ratatouille it's okay because all the flavor will combine. But for a sauce, you're absolutely right. At the last minute, just to enhance the whole sauce.
Oh, it's beautiful.
But to me, it's not ready because, you know, it needs to go in the oven. All right, now I'm gonna take off my little potato galette here.
Ah, and look how it browns so nicely.
And then we have to flip it over.
So we're flipping it again.
Oh, look at that.
Oh,
so this is our little potato galette. Okay, now we're gonna be very fancy.
Oh, we are.
We're gonna use a ring.
Well, we want it to be perfect.
See? So we're going to put some hot ratatouille inside the ring. Now you got the little lamb, nice and rosé.
Cooked
see?
perfectly, chef.
Never well done. God forbid. Okay.
Oh, we didn't say that.
Right. And the little potato galette. Just going to put it like
that's
this.
Beautiful. I can smell the lavender fields.
You're in Provence right there. You're
right
in
now,
Rhone
let's
River,
pretend we're in
Rhone
Provence
Valley.
right now. The Mont Ventoux is in the background. We're on the terrace.
The truffles are growing on the ground.
Yes, we can smell them too, right? We have Chef Olivier's beautiful lamb for us all to enjoy.
This smells unbelievable.
Doesn't it though? Amazing.
I want to get on my knees and just like proster to this beautiful
Genuflex.
dish. Genuflex.
Yes.
I'll do it.
So now, what will we be enjoying today? What kind of wine are you pairing with this?
This is, again, a Côte du Ventoux. This is from an estate called La Vieille Ferme. This is an $8.99 bottle of wine.
I simply can't believe that these are so inexpensive, these wines. It's unbelievable.
Producers don't drive Ferrari there, you know.
But I think the wines have a sense of place.
Yes.
They're really, they're terroir driven. You really smell the garrigue, you smell the wild herbs. At the same time, you smell that like black food, very concentrated. This is a perfect dish. I mean, I can't wait to have this one and this dish with our chef. I mean, this is going to be fantastic.
You know what? Let's eat then.
I'd love to.
First,
thank you.
To wine, good trends, joie de vie. Life is beautiful here in the chef's kitchen today.
So you have one of those potatoes. That's one per person.
Yeah.
The potato pancake. Okay, all right. So that's mine.
Beautiful.
Okay, I see what you mean.
Chef, just exquisite. The ratatouille married with the lamb is just a wonderful combination.
Yeah, that's nothing like unique about it, because you'll find that a lot once you go to the south of France.
It's a soul-satisfying dish.
It's just good.
There's really a call and answer between the sauce, the ratatouille, and the wine together. You know, there's a richness of the food that really responds for me perfectly to the richness of the wine, because there's also an underlying earthiness, for me, it really puts everything together. I mean, this is like a perfect match.
For you, it's like home. To both of you, I'm sure. To all of you, actually. Thank you so much.
I think great food is home to everyone. It's like it's for everybody to enjoy. I mean, this is I want to cry when I eat something like that. Thank you.
It's great to hear that. Thank you for sharing this with us today on the Chef's Kitchen. We've enjoyed having you all. Wine to the Ventoux.
To see today's recipe and all of the recipes featured on the Chef's Kitchen, log on to chefskitchen.tv.